So, next generation confirmed, new first PlayStation 6 chip made, and GTA 6 PlayStation 5 Summer 2026 hype begins. Those are the stories we're going to cover today, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. First, yes or no, are you still hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6 or not? We're going to be talking about some updates for the game that dropped, but before then, I'm curious if you guys are still hyped for the game. So comment below, yes or no, if you're still hyped for Grand Theft Auto 6 or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, first PS6 chip has been made. So one of the big things that happened before a new console launch is the first chip fabrication. This chip houses what the hardware maker intends to release for the console at launch, with potentially some changes like we've seen in the past. This first chip fabrication is used for testing, and from our understanding, according to Kepler L2, Sony has a 2-year cadence towards launch from the first chip fabrication. If all goes well, the PlayStation 6 should be launching about 2 years after this point. We heard from Kepler L2 last year that the first chip fabrication for the PlayStation 6 is set and scheduled to happen sometime in January of this year. I know some people will see that and think, does that mean the PlayStation 6 launches January 2028? But I think the 2 years is it's not a hard line. I think it's about 2 years. So holiday 2027 is still about 2 years from that point. Now, we haven't gotten an update from Kepler L2 on what's going on with the first chip fabrication, or I haven't seen it. I guess I haven't really seen anything. I've seen people ask, but I haven't seen Kepler really share any information or any updated information that he has in regards to what's going on. But there is another person who recently just said that it's already begun. Another leaker and YouTuber whom we've covered on the channel before, Red Gaming Tech, at the very end of his video that he recently dropped about the PS6 and next generation Xbox, he stated that early manufacturing of the PS6 SoC has begun. In January, it's begun. I'm not sure if he didn't think that was substantial information, since he mainly covers PC, that's his focus, the PC side, but for us, that's obviously big. If this has already begun and Sony has actually manufactured their first chip for the PlayStation 6, that means their timeline still seems to be holiday 2027. Of course, things could always change, but if this is what's happening, no one should actually want this thing to be delayed any later than 2027, because the tech inside of it is 2026, 2027 tech. If it launches in 2028, for example, it's already outdated hardware. Again, you don't need to buy a PlayStation 6 at launch, but for me, I'm very excited to see what they do with things like path tracing, proper path tracing on the console space, and more developers having access to that. That should be something very exciting. Advanced performance, of course, better FPS, better going from 60, 120, seeing more of that. AI for the OS is very interesting in terms of what it can do and improvements to quality of life on using a console. What the new OS brings with new features, I'm excited for that. And of course, the new DualSense 2 controller, because you know there's going to be a successor to what we had with the PlayStation 5. But there are many other things. I'm just naming a few. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they reveal for this thing, which leads to the next story of the video, continuing the next generation conversation. And if you're enjoying the video so far, hit that subscribe button and join our growing community on our way to 150,000 subscribers. Now, diving into the second story of the video, next gen has been confirmed. Reading from MP First, speaking in a video interview with GamesBee, AMD CEO Lisa Su basically confirmed the next gen Xbox, which is currently unnamed, is on track for release in 2027. Su said, from a product standpoint, Valve is on track to begin shipping its AMD-powered Steam machine early this year, which I'm looking forward to, and development of Microsoft's next gen Xbox featuring an AMD semi-custom SoC is progressing well to support a launch in 2027. You can't get more cut and dry than that, right? While Microsoft hasn't commented on when we'll see the next gen Xbox drop, 2027 seems like a good estimate given the Xbox Series X and S were released in 2020. Give or take a few years, a console's life cycle usually lasts for 5 years. So just to note, just to fix on what's stated here in the article, console life cycles have lasted for 7 years since the PlayStation 3. So more recently, post 2006, it's been 7 years, not 5. With that said, this is exciting because we have the actual CEO of AMD, the people making the chip that's going to power the PlayStation 6 and next generation Xbox, confirm outright with no vagueness that the next Xbox is set to launch next year, with them saying that they're supporting a launch next year. Of course, anything could happen, but right now, they pretty much said this thing is coming out next year. This leaves me thinking that we might actually see the next-gen Xbox later this year, like Microsoft did in 2019 with the Xbox Series X and S, which is also exciting. While I do run a PlayStation channel and mainly play PlayStation games, as you guys know, I've gotten both Xbox and PlayStation consoles since the original Xbox. I got the PS1 when the PS2 was out, and then I managed to get the PS2 later on, and then so on and so forth. If the PlayStation 6 is meant to launch next year, I would wonder if Sony is going to come out and have an interview like they did in 2019 for Wired, like Xbox is potentially set to do and reveal their Xbox maybe later this year like they did in 2019. Are we having a repeat of 2019 before 2020? We'll see. Exciting times ahead, it looks like. But you guys let me know if you're interested in the next generation Xbox or not. Let me know down in the comments below.
And then you would get more and more adventurous.
And now diving into the final story of the video, the GTA 6 PlayStation 5 summer hype. So this is a quick story. Take-Two had their financial call yesterday and confirmed a few things of interest. GTA 6 will be launching this November 19th. They reconfirmed that. But if you just only had that, you'd be like, yeah, all right, whatever. They've already reconfirmed multiple dates. It's not really something to get excited about. But this was further given confidence with them confirming marketing for Grand Theft Auto 6 will begin this summer. It's also been confirmed that Grand Theft Auto 6 will also be getting a physical release day one. No delay on that. Earlier rumors mentioned the possibility of Grand Theft Auto 6 getting a digital-only launch with physical coming later to avoid leaks. With that, it does make sense, but apparently that's not happening. This is great to hear, especially with marketing beginning this summer. Let's see what they show us. But you guys let me know if you think GTA 6 could still be delayed. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. And subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with the next gen hype train. This is obviously in reference to AMD's CEO with no vagueness, basically telling us the situation with the next generation Xbox, that it's set to launch next year. They're supporting a launch next year. So hopefully that means Xbox is set to reveal their console later this year. And more exciting for me is hopefully Sony gives us a more concrete interview in regards to the PlayStation 6, even though they've kind of already talked about the PlayStation 6 a bit with Project Amethyst in multiple videos at this point, earlier than they've ever talked about a next generation piece of tech in the past. So that's exciting, but hopefully we get something more concrete this year. If you're excited for next gen, whether that's PlayStation or Xbox, destroy the comment section with the next gen hype train, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.